Hello, welcome to another video from Autocraft Equipment. I've yet to do a car demo, somebody's asked, so better do that today, hadn't I? So obviously we've got all these available on TEXA. We'll go through them quickly. Cars, supercars, light commercial vehicles, all within car. Trucks, you've seen a few demos on trucks, so hopefully you'll know what's in there, but if you don't, check out the video. Off-highway vehicles, construction, agri, all in there. Bikes, skidoos, snowmobiles, all that sort of stuff in there. Quads, they're all in there. And then marine vehicles, in marine obviously, all available from us. You just have to pick up the phone and open your checkbook. Right, car software, let's get in there. What do we get to start with? On a standard system, you will just get light commercial vehicles, so all your your light commercial vans and stuff in there. Okay, and passenger cars, which there's a good load of manufacturers in there that you can select. Supercar isn't usually there at first. This is an add-on that you would pay extra for. Again, you just contact us and tell us you want supercar, and we can get it added to your system, no problem at all. And within there, just so you know, there's just the usual sort of supercars that you might expect to see. You can go in and see them all in there. Okay, we're not here for supercars, we're here for cars, so we'll go into passenger cars. Again, the list, if you've not seen any of the other videos, to select them. And by the way, if you haven't seen any of the other videos, please do watch them, because there's a lot of info on them. But you can scroll down to the list of manufacturers to select the vehicle that you want. I can do that just by scrolling my mouse wheel, or you on a touch screen you'll be just sliding your finger up and down the page, or you can use the alphabet down the side here and select obviously the letter that's required for you. The other way of going into this and selecting a vehicle, the last 20 vehicles I've selected or spoken to or communicated with are on this drop down arrow. So here you'll see the last 20 vehicles that I've connected to. If I've connected to 20 yet, I don't suppose I have on there, but I'm going to select the Peugeot purely because it's got an okay sort of demo bit of software. The demo software on car software for me to show you is nothing like as good as on the truck software. So if you've seen the other videos on truck, those demos are a lot better. They give me more information. So I'm doing the best I can with this, as I will show you, because I'm not actually plugged into a vehicle, I'm just using the software only. So let's assume this vehicle, the Peugeot 308, is coming in for a service at my garage. I can have a look at this page first to see what I'm actually going to go and do, or what I am able to talk to, communicate with. And these are all the different ECUs and control modules that could be available on this car to communicate with, diesel injection being the engine ECU. Okay, so there's obviously a lot there, much more than you get on truck, purely because you get a lot more ECUs and control modules on cars than you do on trucks most of the time. So somebody might phone you and say, can you do a regen on that car before I bring it all the way to you? Well, we can have a look. That would be found in adjustments and coding, potentially in vehicle maintenance too, but I would probably look in here first. Those blue boxes, like I've just clicked there, they're kind of shortcuts. So it's going to take me one click. I know it's going to be in engine ECU. 2 clicks. I'm going to scroll down and I'm looking for regen. There it is. I just saw it somewhere. Where did I just see that? Sure, I just saw that. Particular filter replacement. You've probably spotted it now, and I think I know why. Because it's not an adjustment or coding, is it? So I'm just going to close that down and go back to where I was, to these shortcuts, maintenance, and then go into engine. So that should have been 1 click, 2 clicks to engine, and then it better be here, 3 clicks there, 3, and I'm there. So that's a kind of shortcut to get to doing a regen. So if I wanted to do that now, click start. This is demo. Establishing connection. Yeah, turn on the ignition. And okay, turn off the ignition. Yeah, okay, turn on the ignition. Perform with the engine on. So it's going to basically run a regen if I was going to do that. So I don't know if it'll let me do this. Select, yeah, the gears. Okay, engine coolant temperature is -135. I doubt that. Confirm. It is demo software, by the way. Stopped. Oh, I've stopped it, obviously. Okay, wait 1 minute. Yeah, turn on ignition. Well, that was it, done. So we're going to come out of there. Not the best of demos for that regen, but anyway, you can see that it only took me 3 clicks to get to there, and there's other stuff in there available. So let me just come out of the shortcuts, but that's essentially what these blue boxes are I wanted to show you. So 3 clicks to get to a regen via vehicle maintenance, or like if you're coding an injector with 1 click, 2 for on engine, so 2 clicks, injector coding, or injector 4, yeah, or replacement. So much quicker. Back into it. Right, so there in vehicle maintenance, quick service, service reset, nice and quick. Urea tank fill in, yeah, service indicator reset. So it's additive filling. They're all there. They're just shortcuts. I'm sure I've harped on about that enough. So this car's going to come in for a service. I haven't even plugged in yet, let's assume. Now then, I might want to find out what oils in the engine, the quantity of oil, the type of oil, and so on and so forth. So I can go in here, technical data and checks. A little bit like auto data, I guess, if you've paid for that in the past. So mechanical data, yeah, I'll go in there and we'll have a look. So what have we got? Injection, blah, 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 blah. Lubricants, capacities, open that, and there I get all the different oils and stuff and things that I require. So there's a lot of information in there for you. Service checks and adjustments you might want to look at. Okay, good. Glow plugs, yeah, part number, ideal. What else have we got in here? Tightening torques. Great, so tightening torques, if you want a bigger picture of this cylinder head by the look of that, just click on it. There's your cylinder head, click it again to minimize it. Tells you the different stages and so on. Sump gasket there by the look of that. Keep scrolling down, big ends, yeah. But all the information is within the software. You don't pay extra for this, it comes with the software. It's included with it. So if you're paying, I don't know what it is now, nearly £1,000 a year for like auto data, you get a lot of that information built into the software. And people say, why is it expensive? Well, it's not. You start breaking it down, what you get for your money, it's a pretty good deal. Repair times, and yeah, I don't know what we're looking at. I've just gone into this, but there's some repair times there if you need them. But anyway, we're going to come out of there, go back to our main page where we were. So we haven't even had the vehicle in. I can check on mechanical data and information that I need. Technical data sheets, I've no idea what's in here. There's obviously some. What's under engine? Turbocharging system. So these are technical data sheets. Some will be bulletins that will come from the dealer direct, some that TEXA have written. So this is obviously due with the turbochargers or type of turbochargers, and we'll teach you all about them and how they work and so on and so forth, which is very interesting. Even as a supercharger, isn't it? A compressor, it's a supercharger, yeah. Anyway, that is all in there for you. Lots of information. Whatever you want to look at. Bulletins, yeah? Yeah. So, back to it, because I'm mumbling on. Let's go and talk to the engines. It's the only one I've got with some demo software on by the look of that. So I select engine ECU. Now, if you didn't know where the socket was or what cable you needed to connect, everything's pretty much OBD on cars anyway. But you click this button here, it'll tell me I need an OBD cable. Always do on cars usually. And it'll give me a little video to tell me where the diagnostic socket is. Bearing in mind this video is for left-hand drive. TEXA is made in Italy, so they're always left-hand drive. But there's the socket down there that you stick your plug into. You would press next. I'm not going to because I can't. I have to press start and then tell it it's demo. because we're not actually plugging in. So we'll establish, turn on the ignition, yes. And the first page it opens on is the fault page. This is always the same with TEXA. The layout is always the same no matter what vehicles you're plugging into, cars, trucks, bikes, boats, trains, always the same. So you get used to using the software. On this demo, these aren't great faults really. Being that they're all green already, it means that somebody's already erased the faults. So they've been taken from the ECU. So they're no longer on it. These are just stored, as you can see there. If they were red, they would be active. Probably best to go and look at one of my other videos, like on one of the truck videos. There's some really good demo software there that I'm able to show you. Some good faults and what these buttons down the bottom correlate to. So that's probably a better thing to do than on the car software. It's not a good demo. But anyway, it opens on the fault page. So you can see the faults here. The next one to it is parameters or live data. I do a whole video on live data. So to get a bit further into this and to show you exactly what it can do, go and watch that video. But essentially, you can just go and have a look at everything that's coming out of that engine. There are 229 lines of data on this vehicle, so there's a lot of information for each of them. Excuse me. You can double click on them to get a graph, a timeline, double click them again to collapse them. And you've also got dashboard mode. I don't know what it's like on this one, but it'll give you a nice graphic with some information coming from the vehicle. There are numerous pages available on some vehicles. There's only one on this Peugeot, but you could have 6 on some vehicles. So I'll come back to my live data again. I might want to filter these. I'll teach you how to do that in my other videos, so please watch it. But essentially you can just go in and click it. There are ways of saving your favorites if you want to with this favorite tab down here. I may have done one before. Yeah, I have. Look, Doug's, that's me. There's some I've saved previously, or the other ones I've just selected. But to come back out of there and clear those, I use that strike through, and I'm back to the 229 again. So going along the top, we've seen faults, we've seen live data. Next one is ECU information. Now, you're unlikely to use this unless you're talking to a main dealer and they want to know what version of software it's running potentially, but you probably won't need that. Activations, these are commands that you can send to a control module, and there's quite a lot in there. So if you're a throttle test, you know, it'll open the throttle. Bearing in mind we're only talking to the engine ECU, so depending on what ECU you're talking to or control module, there'll be different activations and loads of different things available for you to do. So there's lots there. Compression test, you can do a compression test. Great. Which is like a balance. Settings, coding, making things behave differently. This is where you've got to be careful when you're in there, what you're doing. But things like additive bag tank are okay, yeah. Injector coding. This would have been the long way of coming to injector coding. Remember right at the beginning, it took me 3 clicks to get there. Well, it's taken a few more to get here, but essentially that's how we get there the long way round. So there's all this information here. Particular replacement and regens. Lots of stuff. Okay, so that is essentially it. I'm trying to keep the video short and I'm already up to nearly 14 minutes. So I'm going to come out of there. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. It is a very thorough system. Pass-through, I didn't really talk about that, but if you wanted to communicate via Peugeot's server, if you've opened an account with them, you can just go in and talk to Peugeot. It'll open it there, and via your TEXA system, when you log in with your information, and you'll have to log in. I'm not even registered, but you can just go and talk to Peugeot directly and use their software to do any firmware updates or whatever it is you need to do via pass-through, but it's all there. There's more videos on customer management and things. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm just skimming over the surface because otherwise this video will drag on and on. Please subscribe to our channel if you like what you see. If you want something different, I can do different videos for you. Give us a call at Autocraft. Hopefully you'll find that we're friendly and we're there to help. If you need a demo doing and stuff, I'm quite happy to come along and plug in for vehicles for you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.